Sara Pascoe. Will you marry me?
What a satisfying and hopeful conclusion. It's for a point I need to make later. It's not what it looks like. I haven't turned up to a first date in a wedding dress.
Let's just,
I don't even believe in marriage. You should know that from the start.
Well, I'm sure you have your reasons.
I don't think human beings are meant to be monogamous. Definitely not forever.
This might not be a good fit.
Bad start. Wasn't a good best man speech either. I'm not saying that I'm not happy for you. I'm simply saying that it's unnatural. That's not unnatural. It's unlikely to work out. I'm just looking for something casual.
Okay.
I don't do commitment. My first boyfriend cheated on me. You know what my mum said?
No.
Tell him.
I don't think he likes you.
Just say what you said.
Can I go?
Can we recast my mum? I'm sorry about this. My mum defended James. He's the bastard who cheated on me.
James is a fake name to protect Colin's identity. He is represented today by the UK's third best Robbie Williams impersonator.
My mum said that all people are shaped by evolution. She explained that men and women pair bond differently, that men are programmed to fancy as many people as possible because the more sex they have, the more likely they are to continue their genes into future generations. Whereas with women, because we have to gestate and nurture any offspring, we need assistance. My mum said that women are programmed to get deeply attached because in nature we're dependent on men for resources.
That is a common theory.
She didn't put it that scientifically.
Men screw around. It's our job to stop them.
Phil, meet my father. Jokes. My dad left when I was 7 for jazz and sexy ladies. A stressed offbeat still reminds me of abandonment. As does being cheated on by someone called James. I wrote a screenplay all about it. It was called 3 Times the Size of Sand. Apparently, when human beings get cremated, the little granules left over are 3 times larger than sand granules. There was this rumour that if Richard E. Grant was going to write a script, it was going to be called 3 Times the Size of Sand. So I stole it.
I don't mind.
The beginning was all about how James and I had got together. Are you sad?
Yeah. Are you sad?
Yeah. Should we be soulmates? I wrote all of the details about how love had healed us until...
I've met someone.
Shall we get a drink?
I'm working.
If I get the job, I won't drink at work either.
I don't think the position is...
Promise.
I'm not convinced relationship therapy is your forte.
I've experienced heartbreak. Do you know what these are? Blank. The middle was blank because I couldn't imagine my life without him. But then here I am, alive. I'm a success story.
The problem is...
The problem, Philip, is that we don't have good role models. All of the love stories from history, they're like, oh, and Henry VIII loved Anne Boleyn so much that he left his wife and he changed the law and he broke a religion. Oh, and then he chopped her head off. That's not a good example of love, is it? Beheading.
See, I think...
I know what you're going to say. Plath and Hughes. Sartre and de Beauvoir, Victoria and Albert. Suicide, infidelity, cousins. Even Adam and Eve. Like, sure, at the beginning it's all staying up late and counting each other's ribs and laughing. But the magic fades. He's boring, she's off talking to wildlife and comfort eating, then their landlord kicks them out, one of their kids kills the other one, and if they can't make it work, in paradise, what chance have we got under a Tory government? Where are the happy endings? I used to think that mine involved James. I wrote one where we met by accident. We'd been on different paths, both metaphorically and literally. And then our paths joined up.
I'm a gymnast now, and I won an Oscar for my TV programme.
I'm a real loser who didn't amount to much.
Also, my hair is amazing.
And then we got back together and we got married. When I was 17, that was the only way I could see of my pain being undone. Then I hardened, spent my 20s heavy drinking and telling people,
Marriage is an outdated patriarchal ceremony.
I'd lecture anyone who would listen to me.
A man giving away a woman to another man like she's property, or a donkey, the vows telling her to obey her husband, she changes her name.
Do I think weddings are stupid? I do.
That's why you wore the dress? For that bit?
No, it's for this bit. In my 30s, I had an epiphany. It involved sperm. I read about the scientists who discovered sperm competition. I don't know if it was a prank or an invent the worst cocktail in the world contest, but they discovered that if you mix the semen of different men together, sperm fight. Do you see, Phil? Sperm fights because women have evolved to multi-partner. This idea that men are sexual and women just want relationships is wrong. It's from Victorian times. They believed that women couldn't enjoy sex, that they only did it to have children. They told wives to lie back and think of England. You couldn't do that nowadays. You'd just close your eyes and... Oh, shit, the economy. Human women can have sex all throughout their menstrual cycle. No other animal can do that. Did you know that across every culture, women make more noise in bed than men? It's called copulatory vocalization. And studies show, well, we are much more vocal. The theory is to let other men in the trees know what we're up to. Our noises are literally saying, like, hang on, mate, he'll be asleep in a minute. Apparently, that's why men get sleepy after sex, so that women can leave without them noticing.
This is not effective relationship therapy. You're just shouting about sperm and orgasmic women.
I think it is. I think understanding that we all have a biology which makes monogamy hard work is a relief. We can forgive ourselves.
But how do we get from this to the ending where I say, Sara Pascoe, will you marry me?
Stop wanting happy endings. Life isn't like that.
It's not a satisfying end.
Endings are for dead people. Us alivos need to stop worrying about forever. If you'd have told me when I was 17 that one day I would pay a Robbie Williams impersonator to be in my screenplay, I'd have said, why can't we get the real one? But I would have been happy because I did fill my middle pages. We all do. I am a good relationship therapist. I would have cuddled Sylvia Plath, closed the oven and tucked her gently into bed. I'd have composed the text for Simone de Beauvoir, telling Sartre that he was bind mate. I'd have given Queen Victoria such good advice that she'd have taken off her widow's weeds and experimented with the lesbianism she doubted existed. I'd have given Adam a copy of A Room of One's Own, which he'd read and understand Eve's predicament. She needs space and autonomy. Sure, she's made from a rib. All women are. But why not respect us anyway? What a satisfying and uplifting conclusion.